Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Souls44. Welcome back to Craftoria. I did a lot of stuff, and I really wanted to cover it. Um, yeah, so I spent a lot of time working with Theurgy, and as I was going through it and making it and working on it, I realized, I never really used it that much. Sneak peek, sneak peek. Yeah, check it out. All right. First things first, we're going to cover something that's interesting that I found out, and I think I talked about it, and that is the exchanging gadget, the building gadgets, and everything that's gadget wise for direwolves, builders, etc., are linkable to your ME system. I got 24 of these things now. So now anything in the grid I can use to build with. Anything that's inside the grid. It's awesome. And exchange wise, same thing. You can use the exchanger, all of that. So it's and it goes like if I do exchanging, uh let's see, where we want to exchange some granite. Let's just change this to surface. It pulls directly from the ME system and it goes in back into the ME system. So I don't even have to. I don't have to have it in my inventory. It doesn't make it come from inventory, so it keeps my inventory clean. All right. So real quick, let's go through all this stuff. It's a lot of stuff. Like it's a lot. So it's going to take me all the video just to cover the stuff that I did. And it's a lot of it's going to be Theurgy. So I'm going to call this a Theurgy tutorial, kind of, but it's not really a tutorial. We already covered all the basics for Theurgy in the last few episodes. So today we're going to cover how much is really going on because I went through a lot of work. Let's put some stuff up. Yeah, I even have two. I have a 16K. I have actually a couple of 16K. So look, I even made a. That took a while. I really is a pain. I need to autocraft all this stuff. I got to set up the deal. I even made a start of the cube. It's going to take me a minute to get the rest going. I'm experimenting with the lights. So sorry guys. I got to make this room look. I want to make it look like a factory. And I thought I had factory blocks in here, but I guess I don't. I have a singularity running. Now that I know how to make infinite water, or I have an infinite water source that I can pull from, what I did was I hooked up a bunch of omnis. Okay, I made a bunch of omnis. I guess that's where I should start. And I made the netherite bank storage. So now look at this, and it holds a lot of storage space, and it is now my primary storage unit. Now I have a 16K and two 1Ks. I just didn't get them cleaned out. I set the priority wrong, but yeah, it's not gonna hurt nothing. So I took an Omni cable and a fluid interface, and now if you look, we have water. Oops, water. We also have salamoniac. Yeah, a lot of it too. So yeah, we have infinite water. I'm getting ready to do industrial foregoing. I lied. I'm not going to use mechanism as much for the ore processing and stuff. I think I'm just going to set this up over in the machine area and have it set there kind of for when I do mechanism all the way through or start doing really heavy into mechanism. I'm just going to take this out and move it over there. And I'm going to use industrial foregoing. So in industrial foregoing seems to have a whole bunch of upgrades um, that are way beyond what I thought. I've never heard of a tier 8 before. I'm really curious as to how that works, but I mean, you have to have dragon heads, and and dragon's breath isn't an issue. Uh, ether gas, I still haven't set up a wither setup because I don't need nether stars. That's part of what I'm going to show you guys. I have infinite nether stars. I have infinite netherite, kinda. I just haven't quite figured out how I'm going to make it. See how it's glitching? Y'all saw that twitching? That has to do with my setup downstairs. I made a setup downstairs. So I figured out that you can use a redstone signal to open and close these ports. This is actually a pretty worthless setup now, come to think of it. This is my entire Mercury setup right here. It's just a ton of um, seeds and wheat getting processed. This one's just wheat, and it's just constantly being made into Mercury. Um, yeah, so this is really, this whole setup here is kind of pointless. I'll show you why. Oh yeah, look at this. Nether stars, elytra, on demand. I can make it. Let me show you why. Yeah, I'll put stairs in, don't worry. Ta-da! I went way overboard with the dragon eggs, okay. Once I had a few of them, I made a whole bunch more. So this thing is all dragon eggs. Now, why would I do that? Well, here's the thing. This is now attached to the Omni system. I should cover that too. Shoot, sorry. I got too far ahead of myself. I'm so excited. Um, I have a storage bus linked to a item interface cable, and then the storage bus attaches to the Omni connector from Integrated Dynamics. So now everything that's inside my Integrated Dynamics, because I don't really care for the interface too much, is now connected to here. I can now build and use everything that's in the even the stuff at the mob farm, and it doesn't seem to be glitching so far. So I haven't had any issues with it. Cross my fingers. Um, that includes this right here because this is connected. I think. Maybe not. No, it's not. Let's check. What's an item in there? Okay, an axe. No, it's right there. So somewhere I've got I've got the Omni connection going on upstairs, so I don't even need to bring this down here. So this isn't even necessary. Cool. These are still necessary. This is the seeds in the this is the miner, the digital miner. So what this does is it lets me connect everything on my ME system straight to the integrated dynamics system and our integrated terminals and all that stuff. So now I don't have to worry about the separation of the systems. I also made a pattern encoding terminal, a crafting terminal, and my pattern access terminal. I don't have squat for patterns. I didn't make any yet, but I'll work on that. I do a lot of crap by hand because of that. Um, crystal assemblers for making fluix. I have that fixed too. So, all right, now let's hop into it. We have infinite water. Love those things. They're working great. All right, so anyway, these are all inside the terminal system. The fluid, the cell ammonia, whatever you call it, the dissolver stuff is right here. This is constantly being fed. I use the water from there to fill this up constantly. I need to put an item interface in here and do the sal stuff too. Let's switch over here. Put this away, put that away. All right, let's see here. Do I have any sal? Yeah, I still have 1,701 sal. I could have that going. But let's walk through this here real quick so I can explain to you guys. This is a lot of stuff. All right, so the dragon eggs and the salmoniac right here. This is constantly feeding it. Dragon eggs from the sender right here. Okay, going into the tank, getting turned into alchemical sulfur. Then it's being fed into here. This is then emptying out into here. It's going to stay empty. No matter what I do. I have this sitting on a redstone block like this one, and as this processes, it'll send the precious drops over here, and then the precious drops are counted in the system with this logic item interface. Now that's gonna eventually I'll have to stop it because yeah, you see the twitching. That's from these things opening and closing. It's something to do with an animation glitch. Then I have this one right here is constantly making rare gems. Okay. Now the reason why it's glitchy is because every time these open, that's the only time that these can be pulled. You can pull stuff from the vats, so they have to open. And I haven't quite got the timing right. Like I was going to use a clock and timer, but basically what's happening here is I'm turning amethyst from my integrated dynamic system into rare gem alchemical niter. So I have rare mob drops in here, and alchemical niter is becoming rare gems here. This one is for manual fermentation. I'm going to turn this into an automated system. I haven't quite figured that one out yet, but it should let me do stuff on demand. Like it just stays full of wheat seeds and water, so I can do the fermentation. Okay, those precious gems. I put this alchemical niter precious gem in here, and with these 8, every time they get 4 of each one, it creates a precious gem right here, which has only 8 in it right now. That'll fill up. When that fills up, it will eventually fill up. It'll allow me to make nether stars. See? 64, 64. It's full. So I can actually take these now and I can send them to an incubator, which is what I plan on setting up. And then that'll make nether stars on demand. So I don't have to have a bunch of nether stars like in my system. I have them ready to go. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense to you guys. Basically, it takes 4 of each. And I have this set on the Omni, of course. And I have this cable running through the whole thing. Now I have a pipe here, and then I set a advanced pipe with round robin, so that way each one gets some. And then it fills up the precious gem storage. Now that's also set for item interface. So now I should be able to see precious gems. Yep, that 10. 10. When that gets to 64, because that's a stack, that'll hold a stack, I'll be able to move them and use them for any other thing I want. Right now they're being used. They're just being used here for the nether star. Okay. Then I have this cable running all the way over under here. So I have precious metals, precious gems, precious metal storage. So this one right here, I took a piece of netherite, did the whole process to make it to alchemical niter. So this right here, precious metal, you have to take it into fermentation. And I had that one fermentation thing set up. So I put a piece of netherite in. There's not a whole lot of items that make. It's just these 3, Isium, Calorite, and Netherite. But this is going to let me duplicate precious metals. This will stay at 64. And then I needed to make fluix. So here's my fluix setup. This duplication system for fluix. And then this one's set up for netherite duplication. So I have 64 netherite ready to go right here. All I have to do is send it to an incubation system. And I should be able to make netherite kind of auto-crafty. I'll do that kind of off camera. Now salts. Salts are a pain in the butt, but I got it figured out, I think. All right, so obviously for plant salt, we just export plant. Here we have our wheat going in. As it converts, it's going into plant salt, then the plant salt is being converted into animal salt. There isn't really a whole lot to do with plant salt that I really am interested in. I mean, you can make rice and you can make different types of wood, I guess, but you have to have the original piece to make it. So I didn't really see any use for it, so I just automatically having it moved to animal salt. And the animal salt is used for the nether star. Or what was it called? There, animal salt. Wait, why is it doing that? Oh, creatures. I named it wrong. That's why. This is to help me remember. Creature salt. Now you take the creature salt, and that lets you make netherite, blaze rods, elytra, slime. You get it, right? And I can make any one of these things as long as I have the base item. I think this is kind of silly, but whatever. Anything that's a mob drop, you can make a copy of it. Yeah, yeah. It's not as cool as hostile neural as easy as hostile neural networks, but it works. I mean, I can make any one of these items. The Heart of the Sea is the one I really want to get a bunch of because apparently that's something I'm gonna need a bunch for. But yeah, so the mob farm that I have is working still. It's doing its thing. Um, in order to make strata or in order to make mineral salt, in order to do the netherite, which is right here. I mean, I can make diamonds if I want. Basically, any one of these things now are accessible to me. But see, that's mineral salt to make netherite, mineral salt to make Certus gem, which that was weird. I thought that would be something else, but there's the fluix. So now I have access to taking the fluix, which is building up in here. I should have downgraded this one, but it's too late now. I downgraded these to stack only. Um, I put a downgrade. So that way it only has one stack in each drawer. That way it doesn't overfill. This is going to run forever though. That whole process, I really only needed like 4. I didn't know, it was just slow. And so I have it sending for that, so it converts it over. Basically, that's it, guys. It lets me duplicate precious gem. And the precious gems are being used for anything I want. Pretty cool, right? So I'm slowly getting fluix. And so, yeah, you don't have to have these in a straight line. And then I just ran cables to export. Like this one's exporting rare gems. Pretty sweet. Plant salt, creature salt, and then minerals. Now to make the mineral salt, I use strata. So strata, which I have a bunch of, I get from blue ice. Blue ice gives you 64. I'll show you where that's coming from. I put the extractor down. I now have a compactor in, and every time it gets to 9 of these, it becomes a packed ice. When it gets to 9 packed ice, it becomes blue ice. The blue ice is sent down and turned into strata. And that's just going to constantly run. And yeah, you can use your little temporal pouch to speed that process up. I also did the chorus fruit. This is how you do the chorus fruit. I didn't think this through last time. I did say that it didn't work. It does work, but you have to have it facing down. It has to be like dripstone, basically. So you have to have like chorus fruit on top, then end stone, then the extractor, and then you'll get your chorus fruit. Yeah. So, and then that's linked, of course, to the external storage or to the sophisticated storage, which is right here, which is set to the Omni. So everything that's inside my integrated dynamic storage is now part of my ME system. Cool? Cool. So now I have one more thing I think I needed an infinite amount of, and that was, or did I already set? No, I already set the amethyst up too. So the amethyst is also set with an extractor as well. Can't remember where it's at. It's one of these. There it is, amethyst shards. That's being made with the extractor as well. And if you noticed, I put in a ton of stack upgrades so I can have a whole bunch more room. And I upgraded everything to netherite. Well, not everything, but I upgraded a whole bunch of stuff to netherite. So I have a lot of storage, like a lot of storage. I really want to build towards getting the see, I got extras. This storage right here. But that's a lot of netherite. Because I think from there you can make the omega, which is basically unlimited storage. So once I get one omega tier storage and I put it in a double netherite chest, I'm not going to be worrying about external storage anymore. Like this storage stuff right here, the only reason why I'm going to be making storage space, this should be to make the end items. Yeah, there you go. I got the 16K crafting. This is exporting to make my energy at the energy area. Yeah, pretty cool, right? I got rid of the Enchanter's Eye system because I don't want to crash my game 100 times a day. So we're going to have to work towards having a very long range system. We're just going to have a whole lot of these, of boosters. I guess that's going to be the trick, I guess. Let's see. Oh, yes. Okay. And then I added a whole bunch more of these simulators. I think I'll encase this in an item of some kind. I can put this inside one of these empty ones now. But I don't have them running forever. I just have them running when I want. At the moment, I'm not that kind of rich for infinite storage and infinite stuff. Let's explain this. This is the water that's going into here, exporting fluid water. So now it has a full thing of water, and it's going to get, well, it's almost done. Dried Rubbermaid, and that's going to be done through the fluid extractors and acacia logs. I ran out of acacia logs and a simple block placer. I'm almost out. You get the idea. Plenty of stuff to do latex processing. That's my main goal, is industrial foregoing. So there. Then we'll have processing for ores, and we'll have it set up for on demand. I went through and completed a ton of quests, and I wanted to go through them with you guys. So we have the bank. Thank you for the netherite. Now these bank links, I'm a little hesitant to mess with them, but I think I can use them to link mass storage areas together of the banks, but not. I'm not super sure. I've never used one. I think I should go ahead and do the tanks as well, since I have the items, so that we can call that good, right? Like that's the last thing that's necessary, other than the netherite backpack. I can't make the netherite backpack. Surprisingly enough, you can make the storage of some things increase, but you got to have the smithing template. So I don't have one. So I'm gonna have to go to the nether and get one. So I can't 100% that one yet. Yeah, that's sad. I just realized I really do need to go. Right. This is a silk touch. Okay. All right. So that takes care of that. Applied energistics wise, we now have singularities because of the water, and it doesn't require energy. So that's a bonus. What else does it say I got? Oh yeah. Look at that. Got me some pattern providers. All right, some blank patterns. Some more blank patterns. Good deal. All right, gadgets. I made the sign thing because the wandering travelers were constantly bugging me. I'm going to have to do all these weird deals, like a labeling deal, escape rope. They're interesting. What is this one? Cut and paste and copy gadget and building gadgets. I could probably get those done, and then it wants me to do all the pylons. And then the laser, which I made. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna mess with that or not for a while. Relics and artifacts, we can complete that. I have the snorkel. I have the scarf. I have the lucky scarf now. Night vision goggles. Don't need them, but got them now. I think that's it, but it's so hard to see. Kind of zoom in a little. I'm gonna have to go through this and see. Like, I need ice skates, digging claws, charm of sinking, wool mittens. It's funny, is on the server where I'm playing, is the wool mittens are everywhere. We must be in the ice biome. Strider shoes. Yeah, we can do all that here in this video. All right, just dire things. I went through and completed that just dire things almost completely. These right here, there's just a check mark. It was my bad. I didn't know. It was my mistake. Oh, I didn't do the portal fluids and stuff yet, so I haven't done none of that. Kind of worn out. Let's collect all of our rewards for all the stuff I made. Now, I do need to put some stuff away because I'm going to fill up my inventory. Look at that. Two of the same thing. Doggone it. I already have them too. Paracore upgrades. Tree feller. I think I have tree feller already. Yeah, I already have tree feller. Pattern providers. Let's go see. Where do we want to put those? Yeah, so this is running 32 channels straight off. Right? But so that this one right here, this arm is going to be straight from that side. But this is for P2P. I'm running, I believe it's from this side here. So this whole arm right here is nothing but from a whole different channel. Oh, it's got 8 already. I'm going to have to make another one. Okay. Here. Now we got patterns. I didn't even have to make very many patterns. Well, these pattern providers are going to be necessary anyway. I'll use them for the amethyst and the auto crafting downstairs, basically. My thought is I need to be able to have it. I don't know. I want to be able to pull from the results spots to send to the incubator on demand. Otherwise, I think it might be necessary for me to just, because I don't want it to be a constant running system. Like, they're dedicated systems and all, but I want them to be able to be on demand. I don't want them to be constantly running. I think that's probably a bad thing. So I'm trying to figure out how to send a signal down to tell it, hey, put this in here. Like, move it from the pedestal into the incubator. I'm going to have probably 3 or 4 incubators set up. I'm just giving some different ways of doing stuff. Doggone it. Another tree feller. Lawnmower is a new one. I really should have been doing these in order because now I'm getting a whole bunch of stuff that I already have. And I worked so hard to get them, and yet now I'm getting the rewards, and they're the same rewards. I even made this thing, this machine copy here. I don't even know why. That's part of the thing. And I got a portal gun. Yeah, but it's just a... Yeah, I didn't know that this right here you could just click on. So that was my mistake. All right, well, we get a bunch of phases. We can phase through everything, I guess. So this is all done except for the raw Okay, I think I have a bunch of the clips alloy. I don't. Well, crap. All right. How much do I need? I mean, I have some of the ember, but I don't have the other stuff. Was this ground stomp? Cauterized wounds. Right, that goes on the sword, right? Oh, it's already on there. Okay, so now this decoy, it goes on legs. What does that do? I've already got that one. I don't have the phase, but I don't think I'm going to use it. You can try it out. I'll just make another smithing table down here. I don't feel like going upstairs. We'll just, for right now. I don't know how to use it. Click on that. Active if equipped. So I can just walk. Oh! Oh my god, I don't know if that's good or not. I don't know if I like that at all. Ew, that's horrible. Does it just sit there and suck up energy while I'm inside the walls, though? I can't see what I'm doing when I'm doing that. So I guess that's really useful for. Okay, that's. I don't know if I like. I don't know if I like that at all. That's super weird. I get a lot of fireflies. I had to light stuff up. I put some. Oh crap! Yeah, I don't know if I like that at all. Maybe we should undo that. Flying. Anyway, I put some ferroflare lanterns in the ceilings to light stuff up because I didn't even realize how dark it was. Those cicada looking things were everywhere. Yeah, the system just constantly runs, making creatures salts, etc. I have to do something over here, I think. I emptied it out. I ran into a lot of fluids and stuff while I was down here, so I had to clean it up. Eek. Yeah, I don't know if I like that walk through walls thing. That's weird. All right, let's put this up here. I'm not going to do the ground stomp. I'm not even going to bother with any of the other stuff. Tree feller. The lawnmower. What's that one go to? A shovel? Yeah. I mean, I have it. I'm not going to use it right now. Let's keep on going with the quests, right? Let's not get too distracted. So the polymorphic stuff, I don't like really use that much. Let's get the Eclipse Alloy done. I have some netherite. That should be enough right there. And what's the catalyst for that? Skulk? So let's complete that quest. Get that out of the way. Oh, it's ready to go. I want the non-soak touch. It's a neat animation. Full credit for that. Honestly, dire stuff, this stuff right here, this just dire stuff, just dire things, to me it seems like it's more magical than some of the other stuff. There we go. I'll make another one. I got plenty. Actually, no, wait. No, I don't. Let's not waste that netherite, huh? I don't want to find out that I can't make it something else because of it. Alright, that completes that quest. Eclipse Alloy template. I mean, I got plenty of it. These might as well, I guess, right? Charge that up. Oh, did I not make another one? I better make another one. Might as well. There. That should be plenty to handle all my upgrades to Eclipse Alloy. Don't know why I'm doing it. It's not necessary, but I mean, might as well for the suit, for the set. I think I have some more stuff that could be transferred over. I mean, and I upgraded the farm to with the Eclipse Alloy so that way it produces more seeds and stuff. I'll show you that in a little bit, maybe. Let's see. Modern industrialization. I made this thing, the poor man's compressor, because we're gonna have to get into this. Because we need to be able to get through to get some of that replicator stuff. I want to be able to make that replication ore stuff. And I've never made I've never made any of these cool armor sets either. So yeah. I'm not a Greg Tech guy, and I really don't like it, but I mean, it seems pretty cool. So maybe I'll learn to like it as I go. I mean, stay open on that one, I guess. I made a 64K. I still haven't made any of the wireless stuff. I may end up just having to put a wireless terminal, a wireless connector over at the magic place. Oh, I moved all my, I even went back and killed the questing ram. I didn't know you had to kill him, but there's his deal. Alright, so that clears that up, and Theurgy, we were only missing a couple things. We were missing the, what is it? Where's that material? There it is. Isium and platinum. Platinum you got to get from modern industrialization. So, yeah, power really is. I can't believe I didn't get credit for those. Oh, I got to do 9. I didn't do enough. That's why. Okay. Iron spells. Ugh. You know, it's the questing. It looks really cool, guys. But my issue is it feels kind of cluttery. My eyes hurt from the stuff. What is this about? I can get echo shards now from the. Whoa, I walked through walls. Okay, so let's turn the phase off. Yeah. And I took the step assist off. I'm missing the mind obliteration thingy. There's my acacia stuff going. Oh man, no, you rat punk. Look at that. Got room though. I don't care. It's gonna fill up with. Let's let that run. Gotta get more. Really? Yeah, so there, I upgraded this farm. Used some worms to add a little bit of water. Added a dread lamp. to help prevent some spawns, and a no solicitor. I also have a no solicitor in front of my house as well. What? What's up with that? Oh, it's thatch, not hay. I actually left a hole. I had a fire, I think. Maybe I should just put palm there. Lightning is a problem that I did not account for. I'll tell you that. There. I don't know. I think it looks pretty good. I'm doing all right, I think. I'm not super big on decorative stuff, but I'm learning how. Let's make some armor stands and finish the decoration up here. I want one there and one there. Because I had to go through and make all the armor again for dire stuff in order for me to get credit for some of it because I skipped it basically. Where's the blaze one? There's the blaze one. The way I did it was wrong. That's all bad. It happens. Let's just go ferrocore. Look at that. I got a bunch of the ferrocore. I think I have a bunch of blaze too. Yeah, well, not a bunch, but I got enough if I ever wanted to make anything with it. My shovel. Now, I do have an announcement to make, guys. Borderlands 4 is coming out, and when Borderlands 4 comes out, I'm going to do my best to set up a recording session for Borderlands 4. I know that's some of y'all are diehard for Minecraft, and I don't blame you. I love Minecraft too. But Borderlands and Skyrim are my two staples for playing. I've been playing those for just as long, if not longer, actually. Skyrim especially. And I can do modded Skyrim, but a different crowd likes modded Skyrim. And it's also very glitchy. Modded Skyrim is worse than this. It's not as directed either. So, y'all see that? I'm all set up. I gotta check on this. I haven't. Yeah, I'm doing great. So this whole time, I didn't even need to make this pump. All I needed to do was that factory manager block. So if you're doing this, you don't have to do this. Oh yeah, we're doing great. We're not even coming close to scratching the energy requirements needed. Pretty cool. Now I need to go check on my mob farm and see if we can add to that as well. Storage wise, we're good. I don't think I'm gonna have to worry about storage for a long time. This will not reach. It's way out of range. So we should. This still reaches. So I still have access to this. Kind of. Oh. There we go. We want number. There we go. Yeah, so now we have access to all that. Oh, I planted some cotton as well. Cotton has more uses than I thought, so I thought it would be great. So it can become string, and it become paper. So sugarcane farm's not necessary. We can also make some fabric and mycelial generator and biome. I don't even know how to use advanced peripherals at all. I'm not going to get into it ever. I think if I can avoid it, unless it makes me. I guess it could be used to make common earth metals. materials as well. Yeah, everything's just waiting now. We're good. On the server, I made a mistake and found out that this lava here, it starts fires of anything above it, like 2 to 3 blocks. And so I burned one of my houses down. Everybody probably would have enjoyed seeing that failure, but yeah, this is kind of annoying. But plenty of gems. Um, is that connected to? Let me make sure it's connected. Yep, it's connected. So I have source gems on demand. I have a reformed pedestal ready to go. I co-opted this place as my own. I think it's pretty cool. How we doing on time? I know that was a lot of stuff, and we're running out of time. I just wanted to cover what I did, and it was a lot to make that happen. And I wanted you to know that if you're watching to the end of this, I really appreciate y'all. And I think about my family a lot when I'm playing this game. So that gas looks really weird. I have 3 Endermen now on this thing. 1 blaze. Ooh, I need to get a storage up. Let's do that. Let's make a stack upgrade. Oh, we already have one. A netherite would be good. Do I have enough to make that? I gotta be careful. I made a bunch of tier upgrades. The recycling is awesome. 139. Yeah, let's go ahead and make the stack upgrade for this boy right here. Because these are going to get really full. See, this part right here bothers me. Uh-oh, am I crashing? Please don't crash. I crashed. Wow, it really crashed. Hey, thanks for stopping by, guys. I'm so sorry that I did that. I don't know what to tell you. Um, yeah, that's it for the day. I'm out. I'll see y'all next video. Take care. Bye bye.